How about my dearest YouTube friends? Today we are in a new video, although a little late because I have not been able to bring you the video of Scriben's balance explanation already with Lander because he was, well, playing football in a league that I have with companies. So now I do bring you the video a little later as usual, but hey, I hope you help it and above all like it and share it with all the people so that it reaches many more people. Then and subscribe, of course, subscribe if you are not there. So well, they are going to tell us about the use of screen balance or jack-lantern, if they are going to buff it nerf or they are going to leave it anyway. I sincerely hope that the two characters are left the same, and the only thing that I might have with lantern is the duration of the disadvantages of incineration and high voltage, which is what it has, because it is true that they last quite a short time when you throw super attack 2, but let's see what they tell us. Hello everyone, the balance team is here again, a performance on the last round of champions for the Scream review, and now with lantern. Screen. There is little information. Let's see what Kaban's friends tell us. Screen. The new symbiote in Battle Real Screen was designed to be a powerful attacker with a unique self-locking mechanic that encourages summoners to integrate a traditional defensive ability into their attacker cycle. Screen's confrontation in all game modes so far has been positive and accurate, proving to be an effective attacker against a large number of powerful tech defenders, among others. The truth is that yes, the truth is that I am happy with the development that Screen has. It has totally absurd damage. In fact, I still have to bring you in rank 4 to that Screen because they are going to leave it to me. They are going to lend it to me and I want to bring it to you because although I already have to be on the channel that you can watch it, how is it played with her, I still want to test her damage at rank 4 because she has to be an absolute beauty. So well, at the moment it seems that he is meeting Kavan's expectations in the offensive phase, so we are doing quite well. Let's go. Let's see what they tell us defensively. Screen's threats were designed to be dangerous but manageable, with most forms of control, mystical enhancement, as well as other traditional self-locking counterattacks. And we are happy to see her success as a defender without changes for skin. That's exactly what I wanted to see. That Screen with the dynamics she has of fighting with her genetic improvements, that damage through bleeding and demolition disadvantages, and when they are the characters immune to that bleeding. We put double the demolition, so we do a lot more damage from those taps. The truth is that I am very happy that Screen is not touched, that they leave it as it is. The truth is that it is quite level and it is also damage per burst that it has when we throw super attack 2. The truth is that she is a beauty of a character and I was afraid that they would energize us on this Screen because it is true that she had a totally absurd damage through those bleeding disadvantages with those of demolition. And on top of that, it has a very simple gameplay, simply what is developed. Rayando his genetic improvements and develop his bleeding and demolition disadvantages to do that massive damage with super attack 2. I'm happy, friends. I think I can tell that. And I'm pretty happy that Screen stays the way it is. Let's see with Jack, with Lantern, that there is also little information about Jack. With Lantern, we are going to see what they tell us. Jack on Lantern had some mutant defenders in his sights. There I am seeing Oslot, Mr. Sinister, characters who are quite rather blunt, high-profile defender mutants thanks to their unique set of harmful and useful effects. Upon his release, we saw Jack immediately on the field with a high use of attacker, both on battlefields and in alliance wars. It is true that on battlefields it has developed quite well already with Lantern, because in the end it has a totally gross damage through super attack 2, and in the end, as we have said and as Kaban has given us, it is a perfect counter against characters mutants, as in this case Oslot, because on top of that with the duplicate, let's remember that already with Lantern, well, the damage that has been given to him by physical burst is going to be regenerated. Case of the neuroshocks of Oslok, and apart also with the new characters that are entering like Gin Grey, who also does damage by neuroshock. The truth that already with Lantern it becomes a totally direct counter of these characters. Therefore, he has shined quite a lot in Battlegrounds Wars thanks to that ultra-massive damage that he has with his leg. Then too, with those disadvantages of incineration and high voltage. That, by the way, friends, I have analysis on the channel in case you want to go see it. Don't forget, we have that Jack with Lantern in rank 4 prepared for you to check it out. Also with an excellent performance that was matched by his ability to attack comfortably against Assault and Dust, that is basically against Onslaught, and Dust is perfect. Indeed, you will even forget that it is a perfect counter for that threat that attacks all types of mobile devices that is dust, and that becomes a perfect counter against it. And we're glad to see his performance holding up well for several seasons. Jack's trick bag is mostly made up of attacker-focused skills, which is reflected in his minimal impact as a defender thus far. So they are basically telling us here that Kavan designed this Jack Conlanter just to be a potential attacker. No defender, and that shows in the animations of Super Attack 1 and Super Attack 2, which are pretty easy to evade. Therefore, his potential in defense is not good at all. It is simply a good attack that what they tell us in general we are happy with. The result of Jack, and we will not make any perfect change, friends, although I already tell you that I always put a small but, and I would have liked the disadvantages of high voltage and incineration. Well, they would have lasted a little better, and in its default, the plasma against mutant characters, well, I would have liked them to last a little longer so that they would do even more damage, but hey, Colantes remains the same. So yes, friends, if you are thinking about giving it a bouquet 4, the truth is that a bouquet 4 is quite solid, and I remind you that. Go to the video in case you want to review it. And friends, what's next? What's next, folks? Because let's remember that there are updates in batches, that let's remember that they are going to be patriotic, they are going to be added a few more characters. Okay, we already talked about that in a previous video, but apart from that, we are pleased to announce that the first group of champions that will receive an update will be Patriota. Perfect. Let's remember that he is a character that, yes, that it is true that he deserves an improvement. It needs an improvement because the PMC game is quite good. It is quite dynamic, making it stops or blocking. Throwing super attack is very good, but apart from that, they are giving us 2 other improvements. They are going to improve us to the very powerful YOUNDU. The truth is, I really want to see how they leave this character that the truth was being called a lot in the community. I don't know why to me. YOUNDU, the truth is that he has already received one. Small improvement in the past, so the truth is I'm quite happy that they improve it again, and I hope we see them make a technological class Gautier through arrows with bleeding disadvantages, maybe Kate Bishop style gameplay, shooting the arrow right when it's going to impact or something like that. The gameplay of this YOUNDU would be very good. We'll see how they leave it. I think it is going to turn out quite well, and they are going to improve so that the truth is that he is a character that we remember that we still have him blocked from 6 stars. Sorry, and YOUNDU, also these 2 YOUNDU characters. And mode that they are locked from 6 stars, so I guess they will come out in future Titans when they make their upgrade. And basically mode. The truth is that I don't think he needs that much improvement because he is still a pretty good potential defender, but good as an attacker. Maybe that's where they are going to play him. They are going to do something new. Maybe they remove the self-lock all the time, or they do some Arning style gameplay alone that has to do with the mind, or also Jim Gray style. Let's see what they bring us with this mode, which I actually really want to see. That buff, I guess, will come in the next few months. It will surely come after even the month of Cyclops. So, well, in the coming months, we will give you more details about each one of them, and their update is available with the August version. Look, well, just what I said in August. So there's still January, February, March, April, May. June, July, and August, friends, there are 5 months left to see these improvements in Patriota de YOUNDU and Modo, so well, we have to wait until August for them to bring us those improvements. What do they tell us the most? Well, you could also expect communications about Daddler and Spiral the Swing in mid-April, so next month we will have the update and we will have to see if Daddler and Spiral nerfs it or buffs it or it stays the same. I hope Daddler stays the same, as Age is a piece of character. I love him, and what a Spiral. It is true that they changed him a little because his gameplay seems very heavy to me, and in the end you have to be in constant combo and so on. I don't know, it seems a bit complicated to use. In fact, I haven't brought analysis on the channel for that very reason, because it seems quite lazy to use and teach speech. So well, the truth is that I am happy. Well, they have given us 3 improvements that are Patriots. YOUNDU MODOK, our friend Jacob Lanta, remains the same, even if I had touched him a little in the duration of the disadvantages. With the super attack too, and finally the screen is also the same for you, so the truth is that I end up in this video quite happy. Especially friends, leave me in the comments what do you think of these balance updates. If you like that they have stayed the same, if you would give it a boo, and why would you give it a boo, and what do you think of these improvements in a patriotic and YOUNDU way. Okay, so nothing, friends. Well, with this I say goodbye. I hope you liked today's video such yours in style, and above all give the bell, and above all give the subscribe subscribe button so that we continue to gain many subscribers and continue supporting this great community. So you have always liked the video. If you are not there, and see you in other videos. Bye bye.